finally passed my Virginia real estate exam over this past weekend, and I wanted to come on and share that, but I also wanted to share some of the tips that helped me pass my exam for anyone else who's currently studying for their Virginia real estate exam. So first, I wanted to start off with recommending Joe, the prep agent. Joe was absolutely amazing. I first started off with his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel has different webinars that are pre-recorded or not. They were live, and you can watch them back and see what questions he went over and whatever topics he discussed. Also, I went to his website. You will have to pay, but it's honestly worth the money, and it's not super expensive. I paid, I think $40, maybe. Don't quote me, but I know it wasn't something super expensive. And I highly recommend his website because they have practice exams, different note cards, different ways that you can use different studying techniques to pass your exam. Also, I made note cards. I made tons and tons of note cards. The vocabulary is so many vocabulary words, so many terms that you're going to need to know. Otherwise, the questions are not going to make any sense. They're not going to make sense at all. So I recommend putting the terms on the note cards, any of the different contracts, just all different of the terms that you'll go over. Once you start studying, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But definitely the terms you need to know. So I recommend note cards. And so I didn't use them all at one time, but I would maybe take a little bit and study this, and then maybe do something else, and then study another handful. And also it's easy because you can take them on the go, maybe you're getting your hair done, or maybe getting a pedicure, and you can just go over your notes. I also recommend the Real Estate for Dummies app. So the app will send you different questions daily, and just quizzing you here and there. And I think that's super just resourceful, because maybe you're in your car, you're sitting in traffic, or you're at the doctor's office, or maybe you're working full time, or you're going to do real estate part time. You can use the app while you're at work just to take some little quick quizzes, and I found that was super helpful. And I probably actually just keep the app and use it just to keep things in my memory. And then also I recommend the CE shot, which you're going to have to use anyways to take the actual the course and the exam. And then once you pass the exam, you'll take the actual final exam through PSI. But CE shot was a good resource. They have different lessons and different mini quizzes after each lesson. And then also after the lesson, it will summarize the full lesson. And you can print it out. So that's what I would also do. I would print these out, and then if I had a break or whatever, I would go in and highlight whatever I found that was super important. And like I said, each chapter I would print off each section. So I did print a lot, but again, it's a lot of information. And I did take the national and state exam. So if you're just starting out, you will have to take the national, and then moving forward, if you do a different state, you'll just take the state exam. So I did have to take both this time. So that's also why I had so much stuff to study, and why I printed so much stuff. So this is even more stuff that I printed. So again, it's going to be a lot of information, but if you have some different study techniques, I feel like that's what really helped me. And then I also, when I would take the practice exams, I would write out the questions that I missed. So if I kept missing them, then I kept rewriting. It's kept rewriting. So as you can see, I just kept rewriting. If I missed something, I rewrote. And that's how it's, at least for me, it stays in my memory. So I did that. I have 3 notebooks of that. So not all of it was quizzes, but some of it I just took notes if I was listening to during the course, if I found something that I maybe didn't know. So that was also super helpful, was taking notes, because I feel like writing things down is a better way to keep things in your memory, or help you to memorize. So yeah, my recommendations would be Joe, the prep agent, the CE shop, taking the practice exams, and keep taking them until you get to maybe 85%. correct note cards. Note cards are going to help you, super helpful. And then, like I said, also the Real Estate for Dummies app. You can get it on Android, Google Play Store, or iPhone. And I think that was all I used to study. So yes, it took me about 2.5 hours. And like I said, I passed this Sunday, and I'm super excited. I'm going this weekend to get my fingerprints and background check done so I can get things rolling. So yeah, if you have any questions, want to know anything, let me know, and I probably will just continue to make videos along my journey so you guys can watch and see how things go.